would you tell me who you are and what exactly you do?
My name is Jessica Stack. Currently, I'm not working. I am a certified occupational therapy assistant, but I got 4 kids, little kids. So I'm at home raising them, and one has a brain injury. Um, yeah.
So you said that you're not working, but it sounds like you are. 4 kids.
I guess I do work a lot at home.
Yeah. I remember you saying something about redox.
Oh, we can talk about that. Yes. Yeah. So when my son was in the hospital, that's when it came into our lives. So that was back in March. So I've been very passionate about learning about that and sharing it with other people.
That's wonderful. How has it changed your and your son's lives?
I guess we'll start with me because John, my son's story, is a little bit more intense. But the first time I took it, I noticed right away just a difference in my mental clarity and how I felt. And I know that doesn't happen with everyone, but
So you're part of the 1%?
yeah, yep. And I thought everyone would experience it that way. So when I started sharing it with my family, they were like, "What are you talking about?" And I didn't know that everyone didn't have the same experience. But yeah, I definitely did. And it helped me a lot with my back issues, and energy and mental clarity. And I'm 33, but I feel like I'm in my early 20s. That's the best way I can explain it. Because in my early 20s, I was way more energetic and I wasn't feeling old.
Yeah, I've been on it since I was 18, so I don't feel a day over 20, and I'm 30.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so nice not to feel old.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. And with John, his story is a little bit more intense. He got a rare autoimmune attack where his white blood cells attacked his spine and brain. And till this day, the doctors still don't know what happened. But the part of his story was he was going down fast because it got into his brainstem and it got very aggressive. And they were thinking John would have to go on a ventilator in a feeding tube, and all hope was lost.
All that fun stuff. I'm familiar with all that. I keep surviving a brain injury from a car accident myself. It's different, but it's still a brain injury.
Yeah. Do you remember the ventilator?
No,
That's a good thing.
thank goodness.
Yeah. No, I thought we were giving John to God. Like it was getting so bad. And then he started doing a little bit better because of some of the medicines that they had. And then John needed blood, and he needed O negative, which is
Rare,
so they
like super rare,
yeah
the most rare.
had a rare illness with a rare blood type.
Mm.
And so a lady that is working with redox heard about the story, and she was John's blood type, and she couldn't donate because if you had kids within 5 years, but she knew redox could help him. Come over to my house and to show me and to tell me about it. And I was at this point, I was like, I'll do anything the hospital.
I imagine you were fairly skeptical at first, though.
I was, but then she said it was 100% safe and told me why the FDA couldn't approve it because it's non-toxic. I was like, I never heard of something that's 100% safe and non-toxic. So if it can't harm John, why not? So
Exactly.
and then she showed me a picture of her friend that was in a house fire and how fast it healed his face. And as you know, burns.
And the redox gel renewed 28, and even just spraying redox on it helps the cell turnover.
Yes, it was amazing how fast it healed his face in 2 days. And I was like, wow, that could do that for his face. What could it do for my son's brain? And so yeah, John could not have the liquid, the silent aspirator. So at the time, John was going down fast and was at risk for getting on a feeding tube. And he could not have the liquid because any thin liquids would go straight into his throat.
Silent aspiration.
Yes.
I heard that part.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar. I do that occasionally. Thank goodness it's not so bad I need a feeding tube still.
Yeah. No, it's scary. And so he could only have the gel. And so we started with the gel. And I noticed a difference right away because John was, I don't know if you could see me. He would sit like, let me see. Can you see me? He'd sit like,
yes,
and so,
hunched over,
and then when I put it on him, he was, and I was
little strainer.
like, what is this stuff?
Magic.
Well, and being working in therapy, I was like, oh my goodness, what, you never see that, just it was like I know it's cliche and it's talked about a lot, but literally it was like the light bulbs came on with John.
His core musculature, I think this is just a hypothesis, but it woke that up. Like his back muscles contracted and his core muscles grew in to get him upright.
Yep. Yeah, it was. And then another big thing was he didn't have to get in on a feeding tube. They did a swallow study. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because that was my mission. When they said he was getting on a feeding tube, I was like, whatever we can do to keep him off that, we will try. A lot on his neck, and it strengthened his swallow muscles. And then another thing I noticed was he was getting plasmapheresis. Do you know what that is?
I'm not familiar with that term, no.
Oh, it's when they literally have to take out his blood, separate the plasma, and put in new plasma to, if I'm getting it right. Anyway, it was really traumatic watching the whole thing because you see his blood going out, getting filtered out with the new plasma back in. But he was supposed to be very tired after these treatments, and he was not. He was full of energy and ready to work. And I was like, that this kid's supposed to be tired. And so that was another thing that I thought was interesting.
Yeah. To say the least, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting, it only touches the surface.
Yep.
So how did you get involved with this? Again, lady came to your house and talked to you about redox?
Yes, she did, and she showed me how it worked, and she did like the muscle flexibility balance test.
Isn't that amazing how quick you can see it?
Yeah, when she did the arm one going backwards, I was only able to do this like that close, but then after she put it on, I was able to cross them.
And improve your range of motion that much?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So, moving on here, we only have so much time for the podcast. So, what's one thing you want people to know about you and what you do?
That everyone deserves to know about this. Everyone has the right to know about it. And if people aren't sharing it, people are not going to know about it. I'm so thankful that Laura was brave to reach out to a mom in the hospital, a stranger, because she changed mine and John's life. You know, how hard would that been to reach out to a heartbroken mom and be like, I have something for you. You know, I could have just been poo-poo. I don't know you. But
I know moms that have done that.
yeah.
But sadly.
But I think if you have enough information, you'll make the right decision. And but yeah, education and knowledge is power.
Exactly. Well, only if that knowledge is applied, though.
Yes.
You have to use it.
Yep.
So, what's one piece of advice you want to give our audience?
Oh, never to lose hope. You know, always keep trying to make your body better. That is the true definition of freedom, is having a healthy body, and the true wealth is having a healthy body. Those things.
Absolutely. I think that goes with my saying, never give up, never say never, and God will bring you through. Just keep the faith.